pig farms, and we'll save up for the tea plantation because we haven't got that much wood going yet. So we're going to build a few more wood camps. 1, 2.
Can't place that there, Highness.
I'll build that on the wood. That's annoying my OCD a bit, but that's alright. So now we should have a few more resources coming in so we can start getting more complex buildings. Let's go over to stone. Let's start. I'm not sure actually, I can't remember exactly when the invasions come. I should have this memorized, but I do not have that memorized. So we're gonna start building the wall just in case this becomes really embarrassing and I lose all my castle buildings before we've even begun. So I think we got a pathway over here and a pathway was over here, wasn't it? Where was it? Trying to see where the enemies might come from. No, over there. Okay, we'll build a wall over here to in case they come out of this route over yonder. So we'll just start constructing a wall here. Put my market in the way there. That's not great. Okay. Okay, we'll leave it there for now. We have to wait for more stone to come in. Oh, how is the stone? We've only got 2 at the moment. So let's build a few more of those.
Not enough workers available to run this building. The quarry must be built on stone deposits, Your Excellence.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, okay. I need more stone. Let's go to the market. Let's start buying some wood. I think Dave's giving me a lot of gold. So let's just get this sped up, shall we? Cool, and let's build another fine house. Am I back? Hang on, let me get confirmation from the fellow marketeers. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, technical difficulties. I've got the okay from Natasha. Just gonna double check with Nick. Back. Awkwardly sit here. Okay, I'm just going to assume it's back. I see my little face over there. So I think we're all good. Right, let's get back to it. Small technical difficulty. Don't know what happened there. But let's unpause the game. Ugh, much clutter on my desk here. Cool. So we got the wood coming in. Got the stone coming in. What else do we need? Let's build some diplomacy build. Let's build these in here because they're pretty important. So, for those of you who have watched past streams, have watched past Warlords videos, I have explained these before, but obviously there's going to be a bunch of people that haven't seen them. So I'm going to build a couple and explain basically what they're doing. So embassies and consulates are basically going to be your single building resource chain for diplomacy points. So diplomacy points up here on the right will be generated automatically at a very, very base level if you haven't got any consulates, any embassies. But once you build a couple of these, and at the moment we're limiting you to 2 embassies and 2 consulates at once, because otherwise, you know, people could just abuse it. We have to test it out first to see how it goes. Anyway, so at the moment, 2 embassies, 2 consulates will increase your diplomatic inflow or diplomacy points inflow, whatever you want to call it. And also you can ask the crane for more, so you can start getting a bunch of diplomacy points. And obviously this is a specially built free build scenario, so this isn't going to be tested or balanced or whatever, so I could end up in the stream having tons of these diplomacy points in the bag. And that will basically allow you to upgrade warlords, ask for more shipments. We do actually have, I must say, we do have a deep dive on the warlord system. Our programmers and designers are still polishing it and adding little bits and pieces. But we really hope that we can do a deep dive video on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/FireFlyWorlds, at a later date, maybe like in a month or two, hopefully. Because it is going to get a bit more complex, and this certainly won't be the final thing you see. But yeah, in summary, embassies, consulates, increase your points, diplomacy points per minute. Cool, and let's make sure we still got shipments coming in. I'm going to upgrade the Ox once more. I'm going to upgrade his castle as well, so in case he gets any enemies passing him by or attacking him. See, here he goes. He's now building it up. If any enemies start attacking him or passing him by or attempting to capture him, he can actually defend himself. When at the base level, he won't be able to defend himself at all, and you'll have to defend him for him. You will have to defend him for him, if that makes sense. Not sure it does. Right, let's make sure we've got some towers for our archers. So we've got small towers, medium towers, large towers. So we're going to start off with mediums. Make sure stream's still going. Yeah, we're still going. So we get some medium towers. Let's dot them out the corners. So we're going to build one over here and one. Make sure we've got this lined up correctly. And one over here. And they will automatically just like embed themselves in your castle walls. Archers will now be able to ascend these, get on top of them, and have a bigger advantage over archers that you were to put outside your castle walls on the floor. I'm not sure why you do that, but in case you were gunning to, I'd avoid that if I were you. Cool. Let's actually start building a military, because I know that's what most of you want to see. So I'm going to build. Can I build my barracks in here? I think I built my castle too small. No, we're good. Okay, my barracks. So at the moment, I can build the base troops, which are tribesmen, spearmen, and tribesmen blowpipesmen. I said that the wrong way around. That's basically because we don't have an armory yet, and the armory will store all your bows, spears, crossbows, swords, pieces of armor, all the kind of classic stronghold unit gear, for lack of a better term, that you want. So let's build that over here. And then, as in classic strongholds, you will need some workshops to deliver the weaponry to the armory. Let's build a couple there. So we've got armorers and our armorers. Yeah, that's still working. Armorers and artillerators. Good job, Aaron. Let's also get some axes going. Let's get some lances going. And some swords going. So now we've got craftsmen heading to our workshops. They will take resources from the stockpile, take it to their workshops, and then deliver the best weaponry in all of East Asia to our armory for our barracks. Then, for then us to use our barracks to recruit the troops which use those weapons. Oh man. Streaming and explaining Stronghold at the same time is a challenge. I do not envy you strategy YouTubers out there. So let's build. We got loads of stone here, so let's build some bigger towers. Boom, boom. And actually, I want bows. Also, you can just bypass the whole workshop thing and just buy. So now, we need some housing. Let's get a superior house going. Increase the comfort level. Look at our quality down there. 14. I've got the most comfortable citizens all of East Asia going in this castle. So now we're going to have peasants start flocking to our castle because our popularity is so high. I haven't even increased taxes yet. I've been so busy explaining all these buildings and troops and things. I haven't even done what nearly every single experienced Stronghold player does when they get in game, and that's increase your taxes. I haven't even discussed the there's so much to show, guys. Am I going to get to it all? I don't know. What time are we at? 22. Okay. Let's get some archers, because I'm pretty sure there's going to be an attack coming soon. And let's get some axemen, crossbowmen. Let's get them out here so we have our economy protected. I'm actually going to spread a few of these archers over here. Cool. I've got to go into castle defenses and stuff. There just isn't, an hour isn't enough to show you all we've got going on in this game. I haven't even looked at chat. We got it going on in chat. I don't think the game hasn't crashed. Robka, the game. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, apologies I haven't been interacting with the chat, but we do have our community manager Natasha in the Steam chat right now. Captain Beat Rush. I think I said her name right. Captain Beat Rush. Correct me in the chat, Natasha, if that's not how you pronounce your Steam name. But yes, unfortunately, as I said, solo operation. I can't really look at chat, play Warlords, and play at the same time.
Local tribes are attacking, Highness.
Uh-oh, we got an invasion.
A message from Thukfan.
Death to the oppressors!
Oh, we got Thukfan coming in over here. So Thukfan, I haven't explained the campaigns. Thukfan is one of our main warlords. And we're gonna start. He's coming over to my economy here. Luckily, I built my gatehouse over here, so he's gonna attempt to come in over here. We got our archers firing at his tribesmen. That's all good. Yeah, Thukfan will be one of the main warlords in your campaign. Here he comes. Get these guys over here. Aggressive. Get these attacking. Put them on aggressive. And these are just tribesmen, so they're going to get absolutely annihilated by the crossbowmen over here because we've invested in our troops. Thukfan and just send in. He's taken out my auxiliarymen. Or nearly has.
Failure! We must redouble our efforts, my warriors.
And there he is again. So I dealt with him easy because, again, he's one of the starting main characters. He's going to be one of your first campaigns. You're going to be helping him out with his Vietnamese tribesmen. But yeah, his troops are very, very weak. They are very much the, you know, slave troops from Crusader or the man-at-arms from Stronghold 2 and Stronghold. You know, they're the very base troop.
Tether is required to bring stone to the stockpile, Your Highness.
I've already got... Oh, I think I haven't got enough. Oh well, that's fine. I've got enough stone anyway. I also haven't got my resource caches. So let's get a couple of tribesmen because they are the speediest. They are the lightest armor. They are the cheapest. But also their advantage is they're speedy. So in the final game, when you're doing skirmishes, when you're doing multiplayer, you can recruit a bunch of those to go harass your enemy or your friend in multiplayer. Although if you're using harass tactics in multiplayer, your friend's soon going to become your enemy. Right, so we got we had loads, didn't we? I think we had a bunch going on. Got one over there. We got loads. Again, FireFly producer Dave has no faith in me and has put so many of these down. Cool. What do we cover next? There's still some industry we haven't got. Oh, I built my tea plantations, but I didn't build the tea house. Let's get the tea house going here. The tea house will allow your peasants to stop and get some tea to just give them a break from the just general tolling of fields, creation of armaments, chopping of bamboo. Now you gotta give a little while you take a lot as a lord and warlords. Right. So I'm gonna again. So we had an attack come from up here. That was Thukfan. Now I do have insider knowledge, as Dave told me, that Qin Shi Huang, one of our other it's over here, isn't it? That's where Qin Shi Huang's gonna come from. My stone's gonna get absolutely obliterated. He's also going to be sending attacks. He's going to be sending a few more hardcore attacks. So he's going to be hopefully sending some rocket launchers because those are my personal favorite unit. Actually, no, Fire Oxen. What was I thinking? Rocket launchers are my favorite thing. Which reminds me, I just need to get some Fire Oxen going. So let's build a siege camp. Here we go. Oh man, if you have not seen the Fire Oxen, you're in for a treat. These guys are we've also got some new sounds in place for them. Rob L. Yavino, composer on the classic Stronghold games, is returning to do our sound and music, or most of it anyway. So he's putting some new sounds in for these guys. So if you have seen these guys operate before, it'll be the same basic thing, but they'll have new sounds as they explode and splatter into a million pieces. Are we still good? We're still good. Okay, let's move on. So we've got our siege camp going. We've got the armory. We've got the barracks. Let's go for a military academy. Let's build that. my design of this castle is pretty whack. I don't know what I've done here. But don't worry, it's your invitation to get the game on 29th of September 2020 and make a much better castle than I have done here. Terrible, Aaron. Right, so military academies will allow you to build elite troops.
Are approaching, my
Oh
lord.
my goodness. Which is just in time, because we've got...
War is death's feast. He will dine well today.
Alright, bro. Those tactics don't work on me. So now we've got a general and some samurai. Where's this attack coming from? Oh, down here. Oh! Oh dear. There we go.
We await you. It's a race. The horses are ready. The planes
Okay,
will
get the fire
thunder.
oxen away.
Captain.
There we go. I'm going to sacrifice this Mongolian rider. There we go. Boom. Awesome.
Yes. Ride.
Okay, these guys do...
From Jin Shi Huang.
If it takes 1,000 years, I will be revenged.
Yours to command.
Always talking, that
Ready
lad.
to ride. Ready. Ride.
Always
Down.
talking. Cool, let's get a perimeter going. Every single time I play Warlords for a stream or a recording, something always happens with my fire oxen. And that nearly occurred there. Luckily, Jin Shi Huang was merciful and didn't attack my fire oxen. I mean, it wasn't the right move anyway because they would just exploded outside my castle. So he was merciful. But yes, what was I explaining? Military Academy. Cool. So military academies will allow you to build elite troops. So these are brand new troops we have to the Stronghold series. Again, UI isn't finished, so they won't be so scattered like this. So we've got generals, we've got horse archers or Mongolian raiders, and samurai. So we've shown these off in YouTube videos, but samurai are basically your elite swordsmen with 1800 health points, 13 attack. Again, you won't be able, these won't tell you much because you haven't got any like relation to compare them to. But trust me, these stats are good. They also have a charge ability. So once they get in proximity of a certain troop, they will then charge with sword or katana held high.
What are you thinking?
Then we got our general back here. So as you can see, a little description here. A slow-moving, very heavily armored unit who fights with a sword and provides an armor buff to nearby units. So this green circle you can see here, every single unit. I'm not sure if it's siege equipment as well. That's a question for the designers. Any unit within that circle will be buffed with an armor buff. I also love his voice lines. And yeah, we'll have, I think we have a couple more coming. Not allowed to say anything about. Again, more videos coming to our YouTube channel, so if you aren't subscribed there, please do subscribe. And they'll be deep diving into all kinds of those guys. So we've got some elite troops, we've got some auxiliary troops. We have got our tribesmen who have now went and got our resource caches. What else can we get? Well, let's go. Let's do some spirit. So here we have the temple system. So temples will basically be the replacement for religion. Again, we're trying to keep the Stronghold formula in this game and just add some cool new stuff inspired by the Far East. So it's going to be like, basically going to be the Stronghold you know and love. We realized it's been a while since the last Stronghold game, so we didn't want to change too much, but we have added obviously bits and pieces here. Like you wouldn't see these guys, come on. You wouldn't see these guys in Crusader or the European titles. But yes, we do have just different ways of doing similar things to old Stronghold titles. So the Stronghold formula will very much be there for everybody who's played past Stronghold games. So yeah, we're going to build a temple here, and basically what this is going to do is increase the popularity based on where you put it. So we're going to go for a very large temple, and as you can see, these little icons appear. One on, I'm pointing at the screen, I don't know why you can't see that. One on the actual temple itself, and then lots of little ones above all your workshops and your housing. So basically, the more coverage you are getting with this little radar thing we've got going here, of nearby workshops, of nearby housing, the bigger spirit boost you're going to get. Spirit will increase the popularity. So then you can tax more, you can increase like your rations or something, you can do all kinds of stuff. So this is going to really invite you to think about how you design and blueprint your castle, which I haven't done. I've just got quite lucky here and put all my workshops right next to each other and farms. So
More invasions are approaching, my lord.
I'm trying to explain
A message
mechanics.
from Fun.
Book.
Warriors,
Oh my goodness.
together
Oh,
we
he's
are
got
the
okay.
hammer, and we will crush our enemy.
Let's try to get these elite troops out here. Put these on aggressive.
Attack at will.
Everybody out. Everybody out. I still need to put castle defenses down. Here we go.
We are
Fire
under
ups.
attack.
Oh, they're just gonna.
Accept no
Oh,
surrender.
they're running for him.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, where's the Benny Hill theme? Ah, this ran out. See, the higher armor your troops are, the slower they are. Big Farn is being dirty right now. He's being dirty. We'll send them after his main siege force. We've got our own horse archers.
Yours
You want to
to
play
come out.
dirty, Fook? We'll play dirty.
Let's
Come on.
go. We await you.
you go.
Yes. Right, dogs.
They got that guy.
Pick them off.
Got that guy. They also like bend backwards and fire their. Oh, our archers have gone. Siege equipment. We're gonna blow this guy sky high. There we go. Boom. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And as you can, yep,
No
as you can
loyal
see,
servant.
these tribesmen are no match for my elite troops. They're doing a little bit of damage, but their game is weak. Their game is weak.
New plans. Their losses will
Quite
be
easily.
grievous.
When Qin Shi Huang sends his troops, they're
A message
imperial.
from Thuk- Fun.
Our struggle will continue.
Your struggle's over, mate. You're dead.
What are you thinking?
So Qin Shi Huang, his
Advance.
troops are going to be more imperial based. So they're going to be a bit more tougher for these samurai here, these general.
Forward.
So yeah,
Your
we
loyal
at the
servant.
moment we're crushing the tribesmen. That's kind of because I knew they were coming and I wanted to show off just how strong the samurai are. But yeah, in multiplayer when the final game comes out, when you're playing against AI, when you're playing against skirmish other players, all that sort of jazz. Brain work, please. Silkworm
This
farms,
building has no labor, Highness.
silkworm
Needs one more
workshops.
person.
Shut up. Classic scribe.
Another invasion is here, Your Highness.
Goodness me. No break.
A
There's no
message
break,
from
is there?
Jin Shi Huang.
You are born soft and weak. You will die hard and stiff.
So we're gonna get some castle defenses. I'll
Not
explain
enough gold
clothes
to place this building.
after. Goodness me. When it rains, it pours, guys. When it rains, it absolutely pours.
Needs one more person.
Where are they coming from? Oh, sugar. Oh, sugar.
Where do we ride? The plains
I
will
built that at the
thunder.
wrong end, bro. Bye 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 bye. Some castle defenses down quick. I need to sell some stuff.
We are under
No!
attack.
Stop. Oh. Castle defenses. They're coming. They're really quick. Let's. Boom. Boom. Okay. Let's get some troops down. Oh my god. How did this creep up on me? Yay, fire arrow platforms, one of our new castle defenses. Fire at the... I'll take out the catapults. They're going to start firing in a second. Oh! You're absolutely annihilated. Luckily, he's waiting for his whole siege force. Oh no, they turn around.
Let's go! Go in fast and be ready to turn! Yes!
I'm just going to cheese it.
This building is currently functioning, Highness.
Yes, I know!
Right, dogs! Yeah!
Fire at the catapult, please. There you go. Now it's these Imperial. Here's what I was talking about earlier, guys. Imperial troops. You need to be careful. Oh goodness. We still got archers. Where am I? Let's get our own Imperial troops. I don't want my lord going out there. What are you doing? Eager beaver? Out there, boys. They're gonna whittle them down. I'm not even gonna concentrate. I'm gonna wait for my Imperial elitesmen. Yeah, these rocket towers are super strong at the moment. They absolutely decimate archers. Oh, they're going for my... Ah, they're going for the worksman. Cowardly tactics. He was just going to his job. You bastard. He's going to get a special kind of execution, guys. Oh, look at... Yeah. Real nice one, mate.
This building is currently functioning, Highness.
We'll spend an Imperial Bannerman just after you. Actually, no. I'm going to execute you in the most foul of ways. Did it for me. Death by big flaming ballista. There we got a skirmish going on right out here. But don't worry, these are Imperial troops, so they should be able to take... Oh, I got my crossbowmen right next to me. That's poor leadership. Crossbowmen.
From Jin Che Huang.
Who can rid me of this poisonous dragon?
Called me a poisonous struggle. Cut me deep, Chin. Right, crossbowmen are going to absolutely annihilate troops with armor, because obviously, historically, crossbows were... Oh, I'm about to lay down some historical knowledge, which I have no idea if it's accurate. I imagine crossbow bolts were invented to penetrate armor. So that's exactly what they do in Warlords. If you want to deal with Imperial troops storming your castle, archers just aren't going to cut it. Their crossbowmen are going to be your pathway to success. What time have we got? We got 20 minutes. 20 minutes. I think we have one more invasion coming. And we're going to get some more samurai. We're going to get...
Plans?
Let's get a skirmish force outside.
Understood.
Have I showed everything off? No, I need to do gunpowder. Let's get some gunpowder down for the final siege. I think we got one more siege coming, if I remember correctly. And then we will stop. So we haven't got any gunpowder because Qin Shi Huang killed all my bloody gunpowder worksmen. Oh, here we go. Let's just watch. Let's watch and enjoy the process here, guys. A little bit of stirring. I'm just waiting for it. It's great. Oh, come on. A bit of turning. Oh, show me the good stuff.
More
There we
invasions are
go.
approaching, my lord.
Boom, baby. We took
A
out
message
Gong
from Thukfan.
and put in Piss.
Let our decadent masters tremble. Warriors, we have nothing to lose.
Oh, we got another siege force coming. I can't even... See, I tested this to make sure I could talk about every single building. And I could. But and then I've got the stream flusters. So this has gone a bit more hectic than I expected. But we're okay. We've got most of the buildings down. I still want to get some gunpowder down though. So let's try do that here just before this dude comes. Let's buy some powder. Bye.
Not enough gold.
Ooh. I think that's enough for one stash.
Too close to the enemy to build.
Okay, let's back these guys up.
My
Back these guys
lord.
up.
Redeploying.
Guys out, wait for them. So this is our little gunpowder trap. We can fire an arrow at that gunpowder trap, making it explode. So we're going to get this archer ready. Okay, here we go. I'm just going to wait. Wait for them to do that little jig. Oh! Okay. Wait a second. Wait a second. And now we're going to ignite it. Boom! Little gunpowder explosion. To help us take out... okay, absolutely. And now they have to walk through the fire. They're sending our backup force. We'll keep these guys over here. Beautiful. Put these guys in range.
Your faithful general.
There's a little pause between... Oh, they just started attacking. They just got in position, had started attacking, and just got instantly wiped out.
Loyal servant.
Oh, friendly fire.
I am yours to command.
A water
cool.
buffalo tether is required to bring stone to the stockpile, Your Highness.
Alright, what else are we going to focus on here? Clothes! I didn't finish explaining clothes. So...
This building is currently functioning, Highness.
I know. What are you firing
A
at?
message from
Oh, there's
Luke
more.
Fan.
Defeat. Many brave men died today. Let it not be in vain.
I think it will. So yeah, clothes here. Basically, if you've got clothes coming into your castle, that's going to mean your peasantry have the finest garments to wear around the castle, to go and impress their honeys, to go and flaunt down the runway. Is that what it's called at a fashion show? I can't remember. And yeah, this is how this works. Is you're going to have a silkworm farm, a silk workshop, and a clothes workshop. So the silkworm farm will farm the silk, the workshop will weave it, and then the clothes workshop will then take that silk and produce the finest garments the East Asian continent has ever seen. That's not a continent. Oh god. Cachet and East Asian continent. Great, Aaron. So let's continue on. I haven't even opened the warlord screen in like 7 years. We've got tons of diplomacy points. Let's upgrade these walls. Let's see what we can get. And one more. I want to spend 400 this. So, while the ox is mainly for resources, you can also send you other stuff, like a fire oxen, my favourite. The pig, basically, when you upgrade him, he's going to send you larger quantities of the stuff you're requesting from him. The rice, vegetables, and meat. We're going to upgrade their castles as well. Let's make sure they have good defences. The invasions don't seem to be... They seem to be gunning for me. I think they heard my masterful comebacks to their taunts, and they're a bit pissed off of food coming in. My... Oh yes, basically, all you classic stronghold players are going to know this cruel realization, but if you keep building your castle, keep building your castle, keep building your castle, and don't every now and then build a few farm buildings to, you know, increase the amount of food coming in to satisfy the more housing you're building, etc., etc., you're going to run into trouble. So we need to make sure that we've still got rice coming in, so we're going to build a couple more of those. Another pig farm. We're going to build another tea plantation. Cool. And yes, finally, let's just show off these. We got a castle defense video coming out soon, so I don't think I have to show these off too badly because these are gonna get spotlighted soon. So these are barricades. Put them down. Funnel troops in specific areas you want to do. Protect your units from archer fire, etc., etc. Use them to build a very poor wooden wall outside your big stone wall.
Look to the defenses, Excellency. Another attack is incoming.
And we've got another one coming in. Is it? Yeah, over here. Let's get another
A
gunpowder.
message from Jin Shi Huang.
Let's show off this as well.
Pathetic dog.
Oh, right. I just want to show
Cowering
this.
before the Imperial
I just
Army.
want to. We've got an archer. Get over here. So this is a gunpowder trail. Again, we do have a gunpowder video which will show this off in its full glory. But basically, you can use gunpowder trails to create patterns, in which, you know, it's like a classic gunpowder trail. You hit one part of it and it starts igniting down the gunpowder trail, and then you can put gunpowder stashes and like pieces of siege equipment at the end of those trails, so that you can make those little intricate patterns to like basically serve as an outer perimeter of. Oh, he's not going to go over it, is he? Let's just show off. So Oh, we have to get him up here first. I think he's in range. Is he in range? There we go. So, ignites the trail, and then goes down and blows up the stash at the end. Unfortunately, I misplaced it, so it didn't actually affect him, but... You know, what are you going to do? Oh, this is the final siege, by the way. Where are my fire oxen? Where did they go? Let's get them out. Okay, that's a... Oh, he's got rocket launchers, yes! That's a lot of rocket launchers. Okay, they are starting to absolutely destroy my peasantry.
This building is currently functioning, Highness.
Out there, boys! Okay, that's a lot of troops. That's a lot of troops. Where are my fire oxen? Oh god, here they go.
Under attack.
Uh-oh.
The enemy has broken through our castle walls.
That's not good. Alright, fire oxen, you're up. One in.
Almost out of rice, Highness. Buildings are aflame, Highness.
Oh, yeah. That's bad. Got another one, and let's get the final fire oxen. We're danger close in here, guys. Woo! Dearie me. That's some barbecue right there. I haven't got any peasantry. Okay, I think we're fine. Get them out of the fire, Jesus! Oh my god. Oh my god. Turn away if you're squeamish. Everyone's cooking. I haven't built a water pot. Oh god.
Too close to the enemy. To
Everything's on fire.
Lord is being attacked.
Oh!
Not enough workers available to run this building.
Oh my god. Cover your ears, children. Cover your ears. Yeah, so this is what happens if you build all your buildings too close together and then invite lots of gunpowder based equipment into your economy, into your military, sorry.
Flame, Highness.
Oh yeah, good point. I didn't realise. Oh my god. I told you. Okay, the water. I built a water pot over here. Where did I build the water pot? Oh goodness.
A message from Jin Che Huan.
Oh goodness.
History will remember me.
I think history's gonna remember this.
Needs one more person.
Is my water... Let's get another water pot.
Workers available to
Oh
run this building.
my god. I'm just gonna delete these, I think. Stop the spread. Oh, no. Oh my. Okay, luckily that was the final. That was the final invasion. Oh my, it's still going. There we go. Ah. Very calm. I think I dealt with that correctly. There we go. And we've survived. That was our free build scenario. It's not going to look like that exactly in the final game. That went horribly at the end there. It's not, the free builders are going to look like this exactly in the final game. Invasions aren't just going to randomly start attacking you like they did here. We have sort of stitched this scenario together with help from, again, our producer Dave. So in the final game, we'll have a little UI icon somewhere like in Crusader 2. You'll click on it. You'll then see a selection of invasions. We're going to put all kinds of stuff in there, especially now we've got like Fire Oxen and all that sort of jazz. So there's going to be a bunch of invasion possibilities you can send to your castle. And you can do it at a time where you are perfectly ready. So obviously, as I was playing through, I wasn't exactly ready for... I think I was ready for the very first one, and then I had been waffling on for way too long about, you know, certain production changes, so was not ready for any more. But don't worry, in the final game, you will be able to orchestrate exactly when the invasions come during your free build session. And if you don't want anything to come attack your beautiful castle, you don't have to have it come attack your beautiful castle. It can just be sitting there in all its glory. So that's the final invasion. I've got... Oh my goodness. Oh, I need to ask. Let's get some rice from my warlords. What I can do now is we have designed this so that it doesn't actually have an end state. So this will just keep going on. There'll be no more invasions. So I've got 6 minutes to show you any last bits and pieces, which I didn't cover during the actual game because, you know, obviously I was being harassed by 2 historical figures. And luckily we got loads of gold so we can place the last buildings, which I have not went into. So for those of you who played classic Stronghold games, the Good Lord Bad system will be coming back. For those of you who haven't played classic Stronghold games, we have a system called the Good Lord Bad Lord system, where you can place like very nice castle attractions around your medieval estate to lift the spirits of your peasantry. Or on the flip side, you can put horrible torture devices everywhere and make it a totally brutalist state. What this will do is, if you have good lord buildings, you can basically, I think this is the right way around. You can increase the power or like the might of your military because they all want to fight for you, but it decreases your production workflow. So your peasantry will be lazier, but your military will be stronger, and also your castle will look. But if you go for bad lord buildings, it will do the flip side of that. So your production will increase because no one wants to get put in the Iron Maiden or whatever particular device we have in this game. But then your military will suffer because no one wants to fight for a guy who's putting half the peasantry in torture devices. So just to show you a few, these obviously are East Asian inspired ones we have that our designers and artists have come up with. So we've got taiko drums, we've got a opera house, we've got a Manzai theatre. We're gonna have I think we have a couple more good ones coming, but we need to sort of animate them just yet. And then Bad Lord, torture chairs, Iron Maidens. Oh, these look horrific. And cages. Let's speed this up. Have these been animated? Yes, they have. Also, yes, if you didn't catch this at the start of the stream, just like in previous Strongholds, you can increase the speed of the game and decrease it. So if we zoom out here, it's like an ant colony. Incredible. And then you can decrease it. At the moment, we can decrease it to glacial. So, oh, I haven't turned off my motion blur. Apologies. So if you're finding it too overwhelming, you can slow it down, etc., etc. Yeah, as you can see, we've got an opera house going, got a taiko drum going. I think these still need to be animated, so there's still a few bits of polish we have to do before those buildings are ready to finally show. But just to give you a little taster, all good. Oh, we have a Kung Fu Plaza as well. I think this one is just about done. There we go. Just practicing some Kung Fu by himself. Awesome. So yeah, these guys will, again, increase your popularity, make your peasantry a bit lazier, but make your military much stronger. And then these ones will make your production better. Or you can have a combination of them, I don't know. You can experiment. Again, we are giving you the tools to make your perfect East Asian medieval economy. And I think that's pretty much it. To finish off, I'm going to buy a bunch of gunpowder and show you that in more detail because I was sad I didn't get to use this much. Right, so as I said before, you can make a little trail here, and then let's just put 2 at the end here, and yeah, you'll be able to pretty much understand what's going on here once you see it. By the trail, it goes down there, boom, boom, beautiful. We still have to put in some final sounds and stuff as well. We need to do a final sound pass of the game, so some sounds aren't in there at the moment. So they will have bountiful explosions behind them in the final game, so don't worry about that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We also have hoarding back from the final games. Put these on your castle walls.
Tether is required to bring stone to the stockpile. Your
Always
Highness.
nagging me. Put those on walls. Put your archers behind it. They get a bit more cover. Or arrow turrets. Throw those off. Arrow turrets. Boom. That's basically going to be in your early game. If you haven't got the resources to build a bunch of archers, you can quickly build those up, and they're going to automatically start firing arrows as if an archer was in them. So that's just another option if you just like want to get started, want to get your defenses up real quickly and focus more on, you know, attacking and that sort of stuff. You can use them. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Didn't even build a proper gatehouse. That's a proper gatehouse for you there. Lovely. And yeah, this is... I don't think I explored the map after we started. Oh yeah, I upgraded all these guys' castles. There's castle over here, here. But yeah, I think that's about everything. A lovely little Buddha statue over here. We've got the cranes warlord. They'll all have different, all the warlords will have different castle designs once you build them up. And yeah, oh, and roads as well. I didn't do roads. We'll be explaining these in more detail later. Yeah, as you can see, definitely not enough to explain in a 1 hour stream. Especially in a free build scenario where you can build nearly everything. We have got a few more bits and pieces to add here. Obviously, as you can see, the UI has got bits and pieces missing, like panels missing and stuff like that. We still have buildings to place, like vegetable gardens, etc. Those will be polished again. So yeah, you'll see a lot more in here in the final game. But yeah, as you can tell, there's already quite a few complex systems going on here. Cool, and I think that is everything. Popularity panel is here. Didn't get to explain that either. You can increase and decrease each individual resource. That's pretty cool. You can also get like cloves and tea, which again, they'll be affecting your popularity rate. Down here we've got spirit, mood. There are just tons of little bits and pieces, which I'm sure all you hardcore strategy players will be diving into once we release the game. Again, on September 29th of 2020. I didn't actually say that date in like half an hour, so poor marketing from me. Down here we've got your resources again. I told you I get a ton of diplomacy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for joining in on the stream. That is 5 or 6 p.m. sorry, so that's all the time I've got, sadly. We will be streaming more closer to release. Once we've got all the buildings in, the skirmish maps in, we can start doing multiplayer stuff. At the moment, very much just, you know, polishing the campaign and, you know, making sure all our skirmish maps are in. All the multiplayers like really fun to play. So those aren't quite ready to stream yet, but hopefully we can do that later. At the moment, all we're doing right now when we go to stream is making specific scenarios like this. But yeah, once the game is closer to completion, we'll have a lot more stuff, a lot more content we can basically show you, which will be super fun. And yeah, I really stuck, nearly died at the end of the stream there, Jesus. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. It's always incredibly fun and also incredibly stressful to stream this game because there's just so much stuff you have to like go through and show, but hopefully you got a good idea of what it's going to look and play like again on September 29th 2020. And yeah, hopefully you had a good time. You can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all those places. Just type in FireFly Studios or FireFly Worlds on YouTube. Type that in, or Stronghold Warlords, you'll be able to find us like that as well. And yeah, give us a follow. We release tons and tons of like videos and graphics and yeah, different even memes and stuff like that. All in the name of Stronghold and Stronghold Warlords. So there's tons more content to come, tons more stuff for you to look at before it releases again. September 29th, 2020. Sorry, I'll stop now. But yeah, also shout out to the Discord. If you guys are in the chat, sorry I couldn't. Diamond Area, I see you already. Matt Edge, all that kind of stuff. Thank you for all the guys who tuned in from the Discord. If you want to join the Stronghold Discord, go on Discord, type in Stronghold, you'll be able to find it there. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it and look forward to releasing this game finally September 29th, 2020. Alright guys, see you later. Hope you had a good time. Bye bye.